We'll be reviewing some microbiology with you guys, but first I wanted to share with you guys the things that I'm using for review for the VTNE. So this is the Mosby Comprehensive Review book and then the question and answer book. I highly recommend these two because, for one, this is what Sam recommended and it's really good. So, yeah. And then also, if you guys want, there's an app called Pocket Prep that's really good too because it has daily questions and it tests you every day, and then you can also do practice exams. Right? So let's do some microbiology. Here are the objectives for today. Take a moment to read them. Presumptive identification. Determining the genus of a pathogenic organism is often possible by using just the staining and culture characteristics. This, therefore, gives enough information to a vet in order to develop a diagnostic and treatment plan. Gram staining and potassium hydroxide test. This is usually done after collecting a specimen and therefore inoculating it into culture media like blood agar. Therefore, next, it would be incubated for 18 to 24 hours and then checked for growth. If there is growth, then you could do the gram staining. Gram staining is the same technique we use for staining blood and ear cytologies. It just includes more steps. First is the primary stain, which is usually crystal violet. Then next is the mordant. That is grams iodine solution. Next is decolorizer, which is 95% ethanol or acetone. And last is counterstain. That is basic fuchsin or safranin. Once your stain has dried and put under the microscope, if you see that it is purple, it's usually gram positive. If it has stained red, it's gram negative. You would do a potassium hydroxide test to determine true gram status. That is, if you can't really determine whether it is gram positive or gram negative. You use a loop full of 3% potassium hydroxide solution and you mix it with a generous amount of colony growth. Stir for 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and once you lift the loop up, if there is a sticky strand, it's gram negative. If there is no strand, it's gram positive. Keep that in mind. The next two tests are additional tests that you need to do in order to further identify the bacteria you're looking at. First is the catalase test. It's performed on gram-positive cocci and small gram-positive bacilli. It tests for enzyme catalase. A small amount of colony is placed on the side, and then next a drop of 3% hydrogen peroxide is added. If there are gas bubbles evident, then that means it's catalase positive. If there are no gas bubbles, then that means it's catalase negative. Do a coagulase test, which is performed on catalase positive gram-positive cocci. A loop full of colony is emulsified in a drop of water or saline to create a thick suspension. Then a drop of rabbit or human plasma is added and stirred with a sterile loop. If it comes within 5 to 20 seconds, it is positive. If there is no clumping evident, it is negative. You see this under your microscope slide, and it's purple and it's cocci. So it's gram positive cocci. Now take a moment to decide what tests you need to do to further identify this bacteria. Did you get catalase test and coagulase test? Then you are right. So when you get gram-positive cocci, you want to further test with catalase and coagulase tests. And if they're both positive, you can go back to the flow chart and you'll find out that maybe the bacteria could be Staphylococcus aureus. I know this was short, But I hope it helped.